Hi darlings, this is Christina, and today we have some new amazing products from both Lisa Eldridge and Rare Beauty. So let's get Okay, so this is the skin tint. It is kind of similar to the Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh tint where it just naturally enhances your skin. It is a gorgeous product. Now this has 30 milliliters of product. It is made in France and has a 12-month shelf life. I currently don't have any Lisa Eldridge foundations, so I kind of base it on the models. I know that I'm going to be getting darker in the summer, and I'm already getting a little bit darker than I have been since it's been winter time. So I thought I'm going to go a little deeper as opposed to going a little lighter. That's why I chose the color T10. I typically wear a Chanel skin tint. I use, Water Fresh tint. I use medium plus, okay, if you need a comparison of colors. That's like my perfect color. So as you can see, this texture is very runny. It's important for you to know you need to shake this. It specifically says you need to do that, so I actually already did it. This is not a first impression as I have been wearing it quite a bit, guys, and I can't even tell you, I just have to show you. So you need so little product. Right now, I just have my skincare and my sunscreen on. So I put everything on that I typically have been using when I wear this to work. So I'll do like a few pumps. And honestly, what I'll do is I'll just spread it over my face with my hands. I find that just the formula itself is just easier this way. So right now, looking at myself, I may want to put like one more pump. I don't know if you see already that my skin looks very warm, like it's brought some color to my face. And I kind of just use it like I use like my skincare. Let me just rub it into my face. And guys, it doesn't really have a scent at all. It's not scented, and it feels very thin. It's a very thin feeling formula, almost like your skin. And make sure that I've rubbed it all in. And okay, so I zoomed in, guys, so you can see how truly seamless and flawless this makes your skin look. It gives your skin a healthy kiss of color without looking like it's too much. I have absolutely been loving this product. I feel like it's exactly what I've been wanting in a foundation. I found it in the skin tint. I need something for work, because for work I really don't want to wear a heavy foundation, you know. I'm not in an office setting in the sense where, you know, I have meetings with clients. I'm seeing patients. So in that scenario, I just want to look finished, put together, with it looking very minimal, but I want to look put together. And guys, this foundation, this skin tint, this seamless skin from Lisa Eldridge has been fantastic. So now I'm going to just add a little bit of the Guerlain concealer, and I have been changing the way I've been doing my concealer because, guys, you know, I've been talking about forever, the struggle is real. And in the Sephora sale, I am purchasing a few new concealers. I am going to be purchasing the new Say Beauty concealer, which is supposed to be like super amazing, very light coverage, brightening, hydrating, you know, almost skin-like, which is what I need. And I did purchase the House Lab concealer. You guys have mentioned to me, you know, like that could be a really good product, so I feel like this is the time to do it. So once I get my Sephora products, I will line it up. I'm going to do a comparison with those two concealers. Let me add a little bit more because, guys, the struggle has been real. And I realize as I've been aging, you know, every birthday something's changing. It really is. It's a blessing, but you realize, you know, how mortal we really are, you know. Things that never bothered me before, foods, drinks, you know, like it's just not the same. You really need to take good care of your body. You need to listen to your body, which I have gotten better at. So I know when I'm overdoing something, I need to cut it off. Like, I can only have so many glasses of wine, so many glasses of whiskey in a week, right? Like, I really have been spacing that out like every few weeks. And I don't even drink it like straight or anything. I mix it with something, but the sugar content of those things really starts to affect me. You know, just like eating too many sugary things, I try to really reduce my sugar. Not because I don't love it. I do. I love candy. I love snacks. I love ice cream. I love all those things. But my body physically can't handle it anymore. And that's the same thing that happens with your face. Like, you know, it's not as resilient as it used to be. And you start to see the process of aging, which, like I said, is a blessing, but at the same time, like, it's a little jarring sometimes, right? So the next thing I purchased from Lisa Eldridge is one of her lip pencils. This is the Sculpt in Shade, and then this is in the color 1C. Something about this color was calling to me. I just was like, this looks fantastic. Guys, I have been wearing it and I love this too. So this is what that color looks like. It's pretty. It's kind of a nice mix of a cool, warm pink. She describes this as a light pink with cool undertones, and that's exactly what this is giving. It's a beautiful color. Right now, I just have on my Hermes lip enhancer. This is in the shade Rose Tan. I just love this when I just, you know, don't want to have lipstick on, but I want to add a little color to my face with some type of product. What she states is this is a blurring, matte, soft focus finish in a skin true natural lip tone. I think I definitely want to pick up more of these because they are so nice. They're soft and they are pretty mattifying without being dry. So let me remove this so I can show you what this looks like. Now these lip pencils, interestingly enough, are made in the Czech Republic, which I don't think I've ever seen Czech Republic as a place that the luxury beauty houses make products in. So I thought that was interesting. But yes, it's made in the Czech Republic and it has a 24-month shelf life. So you see with my medium skin tone what this color looks like. It's really fabulous. And what I have been loving using this with is pretty much anything, but more specifically the last few days I've been using it with my Chanel Les Tenues. Guys, yes, I promise I'm going to make a dedicated video for the Chanel Les Tenues and the ones that I actually have in my collection that I love and can't be without. I promise that's on my hit list. I have a few things on my hit list and I promise I'm going to get them to you. I just have to do these reviews first. I'm going to try to sift them in between. I promise I'm going to get them to you. I know you guys have been asking me for certain things and I do my darndest, but I only have the weekends. So it makes it tough because I can only film so much and I do have little kids that I do need to spend quality time with. So I can't have like YouTube be all consuming because I have a full-time job. I have kids. They have, you know, activities and they want to spend time with their mommy because I do spend a lot of time outside of the home working. So thank you for your patience and thank you guys for bearing with me. Now this is the Chanel Les Tenues in caramel, an intense caramel, one of my first and most treasured colors that the Chanel Les Tenues duo has had or launched. So you wait for it to get sticky. What I love about these two is that you can pair them over top of liners. I do that all the time because sometimes I want to change up the tone and I just throw on a lip liner and it gives you like a mixture of the colors. So now that that's locked in place and set, we are going to compare the Chanel. I'm going to show you it here once again, and we'll put them side by side. So this, as you can see, is the color. So I think actually I did a really good job shade matching myself. I was really nervous, you know, because it's not like you can go to the store and swatch this. You kind of just taking a chance, but I think I did a really good job. So while it is, as you can see with my hand, darker than my hand, it actually works well like for my skin on my face. Like I said, it's a little darker, but it stretches and it really just gives me a little color without making me look muddy or anything like that. So that is the Lisa Eldridge. It looks fantastic. Compare the Chanel Les Tenues, and this is in the color, like I told you, medium plus. This one is made in France. I just picked this up because I was out before the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin came out, so that was kind of lucky. Now you know that the Chanel Les Tint has those little bubbles or those little beads of water and pigment that you have to break. So that is here. Now, as you can see, it took a little more time to build this up just because you do have to break up those particles. So that's the Chanel. But the colors are very similar. The difference is the Lisa Eldridge, I think, is more pigmented. So I think that's why I've been leaning toward it. They're both hydrating, both nourishing feeling to the skin. This just feels so soft, and this one you feel a little bit of moisture. You feel that little bit of juice. I know I call moisture juice. And I'm trying to feel like this is dried down. This has not, and it's still a little sticky, but they're very similar. Now, I have worn the Chanel Les Beige Water Fresh Tint to work. I've powdered and I've done all that, and I did not really care for how the products lasted on my skin throughout the day. I felt like it just, you could see through it. It was like coming through, it was showing through. Where the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Tint, I can powder, I can do all my blush, all my things, and it looked great throughout the day. So I don't want to say it's better than the Chanel, but it definitely fills a void in my makeup place when I want to have that nice finished look for work. The Chanel to throw on when I'm like running errands here, there, and everywhere on my off days, because it gives me a little color. I don't want it to be very pigmented. I don't need it to last all day. This is when I reach for it. But this right here, it is a game changer in the makeup game, because I think for women who like a light to medium finish, it could do like a full medium finish. It's not going to give you full coverage. Your skin will show through, you know, but it's going to make your skin look so good and you don't get very glowy. I am more normal to dry skin, and sometimes throughout the day, like right now as the seasons are changing, my skin and my oils are coming through more. So now I'm changing to like more normal than dry. But guys, I don't know what to say except you need this product. If this is a product you're looking for, like a light to medium, very soft, barely there, flawless finish face, this is it for you. This is it. I'm telling you, this is such a fantastic product. It's $49. I think, you know, that is well worth the price point. You know, this is about $70 now, and I think Chanel is going to be increasing the products of their makeup, so it may be more, you know. So I would say you would get more use out of this, because I could definitely use this on my off days. I just don't, or haven't yet, I should say. So yeah, I've been loving the Lisa Eldridge products, so that is my feelings on that. Now let's get into Rare Beauty. I did pick up 3 colors, and I put it on my I put it in a video, but I put it in a short type form because I just find I don't like shorts. I think they are very not conducive for the creators to me on YouTube. Like in this space, it takes so much for you to like even make a little bit of something on them. I'd rather have that in a long form content media in a shorter version than to do a short. That's why I stopped doing them. They were not really doing anything for my channel. I wasn't getting to my watch hours fast. So now that I'm at all those places, thank you guys. I don't know, I may incorporate the shorts again. I'm just not a fan. Like, I'm not a fan of TikTok either. I don't like how it's forcing us to like shift through different content so quickly. I don't think it's good for us. Like, most people can't even sit through this YouTube video. Like, I'm not knocking it, okay? Sometimes I skip through too, but overall I enjoy watching a creator. Unless I have something to do and I have to skip through and I just want to see a few things, or it's not an enjoyable video, which, you know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, so this may not be enjoyable for you. My voice may not be enjoyable. You just want to get to the nitty gritty. You're similar to my skin tone or something like that. You want to see what it's like. I get it. But I'm just saying those things are making us less apt to sit still and like focus. It's making us have like adult ADD, you know, and even kids, even more so. So anyway, I'm done with my ramble. I'm done with my rant. These are the colors, okay? I selected Cheer, which was Selena's, you know, color, it stated. Looked really pretty. This is also not a first impression, guys. I've been using these. It's beautiful, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, this is not a color for my skin tone or any deeper that you can use as a true blush. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you guys it on my skin as a blush, and I'm going to show you with it how I typically will use these, all these colors. I have Happy, which you already know is my jam. Look at that. Oh yes. It's like everything. I love a Barbie pink. I really do. And I think this is like the perfect kind of pink for me anyway. Then I picked Truth. So, which is very deep. Okay. So these are the colors. Now the Rare Beauty products are made in Italy, and they have a 12-month shelf life. And they also have 2.8 grams of product. Okay, so I'm going to use a couple different blush brushes to show you, but let's start with Cheer because I feel like people are really loving this color. And guys, I'm sorry, it's already dirty. I've been using it and it's very hard to not dirty up a white package. As beautiful as this is really not conducive to my lifestyle. Let me show you Cheer. I'm going to tap some off. These are extremely pigmented, as you probably just saw. So I'm going to just pat this over top of my cheek. Okay, guys. So this is the color here, Cheer. So right now it's behaving, okay? But when I'll show you, like when I have bronze and everything, it does not look this good. It has been looking really muddy on me. So right now I feel like this is deceiving you guys. And I don't appreciate that Cheer is making me feel so crazy and it actually looks good on me right now. But it looks nice. It looks nice right now. I don't know why. But when I layer it on top of things, it doesn't look good here. It looks nice here, okay? But here it starts doing something weird to me, okay? So that is Cheer. Now, I do Happy, okay? I cleaned off my brush. I'm gonna pat this off. Now, when I put this on, I literally just start smiling ear to ear because it was exactly the color I hoped it would be. And it doesn't make me look weird. Like, this is a perfect color for my skin tone. It just brings something else to the table and it doesn't start looking strange. Now, you would wonder, are these different textures? Because the Cheer does feel a little silkier. It does. I'm not gonna lie, it does. I don't know why. They're all the same luminizers, but it does feel so if you look here, this side, the Cheer, does start to look more like a highlighter on me, see, in comparison to this one as a blush. That's why I said what I said. Like, this is nice, but I think on medium to darker skin tones, this is gonna look more like a highlighter on you. It's not gonna look like skin. It looks like it's on my skin versus like a part of my skin. So this is Happy. Makes me so happy. Okay, so now I'm going to remove this side. I'm just going to apply a little bit of that skin tint, kind of wipe it off. And then, yeah, we're going to put on Truth. Truth is my only first real impression. I actually haven't used Truth. It is a bit intimidating on my tone. So we're going to be gentle, okay? And I know I said I was going to use different brushes, but I didn't. I've been using my Chanel brush. It's been working fantastically. So I'm sure if you use a different like natural hair brush, it won't be quite as dense. Because when I use it as a highlighter, which I will show you a way I like to use Cheer and Happy as well, I will use a different brush with a different type of material because the Chanels are synthetic. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. I think anybody lighter than me, you should stay away from this color, okay? Oh, well, this is nice. It's like a little more intensity than Happy. It's not as crazy as I thought it would be. But you can see, ooh, it's building up. It's almost giving me like a sunburn look, right? But with like glitter. Okay, I'm not mad at this one at all. This is fun. Truth. But someone with deeper skin tone, this is gonna be so beautiful on you. You've seen the 3 colors on me. Now let me show you how I typically would pair these, okay? So I'm gonna just clean this all up and I'll be back. So let's say I'm bronzing, okay? I'm gonna use the new Christian Dior bronzer blush in, what is this, pink bronze, because right now I am on the market for another bronzer. I love the Hermes one, but I know more things are coming out and I just may hold tight on getting a refill. So, but until then, it just is looking kind of weird because it just doesn't look the same when it's broken and you're scraping at it. It's just a powder brush, a Sephora powder brush. But because I want a light dusting of this, sometimes I'll just use like a bronzer brush for this particular product. But right now I just want a soft finish. I'm going to take the new Guerlain Terracotta blush in Rose Claire 01 Rose Claire. I love this blush. It was definitely something that I needed in my collection because once again, this is that cool tone pink that looks really good on medium skin tones. So let me see if I can focus in. So it's very light. It's very skin-like. It does have a scent. It's not terrible, but it's got like this powder smell. I will link the video. I already did a review on these. I actually didn't do a review on this one. I did a review on the peach color because that was the one I picked up initially and then I liked them so well I wanted the Rose Claire. So then I actually did another video using this one. So I'll have to link both of those videos up so you can see both of the colors. Guerlain has been killing it this year. Like a lot of the brands have been killing it. Dior's been killing it, Guerlain's been killing it, and Rare Beauty is killing this. And Lisa Eldridge. I mean, my wallet is crying right now. So let's start with Cheer, okay? Because for me, this is the one that tends to start looking a little muddy on me personally when I use it by itself, okay? In real life. I know you guys saw it and it looked good. It looked good to me too, but I swear when I go outside and go to work, it just doesn't look good. You know what I mean? So I like to use it as a highlight. So I try to stay away from this area because that's where it starts looking muddy for me. I'll keep it really concentrated here. And it gives this beautiful wet look. I love it this way. I also love it on the eyes. I've been using it as like an eyeshadow, which I'm going to show you today, okay? But we're just working on the blush right now. So that's that, okay? And then for Happy, it can absolutely be used as a blush. But if you don't want it to be so intense, because it will be, and this goes for also Truth. I'm not going to do Truth today because I need to find a perfect match for that one, because that one's super duper intense. But with Happy, I do kind of the same, but in this sense, I can go here where I like to add the glow a little on the apples of my cheeks, and I'll go above, and it still gives a nice luminous look. So we have Happy and we have Cheer, and you see with these two, adding it to a blush will tone down the intensity and give you like a luminous radiant look, just like the Chanel Fantasy de Chanel. So now I'm going to give you comparisons of all of my glowy blushy products, the different products. I have the Dior Backstage Face Palette in 01 Universal, and this is the pink shade. This is the Dior Luminizer in Coral Glow, the Dior Luminizer Golden Cruise. Then we have the Chanel Pearls de Lumiere, the Chanel Les Symbols in the Precious Coral, the Chanel de Fantasy, okay, the one everyone was raving about. Then we have the Rare Beauty Happy, Cheer, and Truth. So these are all the colors, all the finishes, and I will say the finishes are similar in the feeling that they all feel very silky. They glide onto the skin. I would say the Dior, the Rare Beauty Happy, the Fantasy de Chanel, that's a so-so. That's a sometimes for me. Those and obviously the Truth are actual blush highlighters, okay? I, on my skin tone, could use these as a blush highlighter. I wouldn't need to add anything. All the other colors I have, I would use over top of some other product. But that's how I feel about these particular products. Okay, darlings, I hope that helped, all those swatches that I gave you. Now I'm going to show you how I use the Cheer also at work. I used it as a cute little eyeshadow. So I'm going to use that same bronzer blush from Christian Dior that I'm wearing on my cheeks right now. That's why I started off that way. I love an easy, everyday kind of effortless and takes so minimal effort, but actually really truly, you know, makes you look so put together. Like you spent like hours. Maybe I don't want you to look like you spent hours, but you look so put together, like you had to have spent some time really, you know, well curating your face when you actually only needed to take like 15-20 minutes, right? Guys, I know you've been asking me for my favorite brushes. That too is on my hit list, okay? I kind of have made a pact with myself to not purchase anything with the exception of any Chanel releases, because Chanel is one of my favorite brands for luxury beauty, and a lot of you love it as well. So with the exception of Chanel, I'm not going to purchase anything new because I still have a lot of things I've purchased that I have to get out. That's going to take me time and effort to edit. And then you guys ask me for things. So if I consistently keep purchasing products, I'm never going to get what I need to get done for you guys, the things you've actually asked me for. So that's my commitment to myself and to you. For what I have right now, that's it. I have enough content, believe me, with already what I filmed, and I'm posting like 2 videos a week. So even with that, okay. So let me put this on top. Now I would say this is like a really light pinky peachy color, this Cheer color. So I'll put it just right on my eyelid, and I kind of really love it like this. Just so you know, guys, I did pick up one more shade. I picked the light peach color. I think it's Joy. During the Sephora haul. I also picked up her blush brush. because I thought it would really be very helpful to place like these blushes over top of my blush. Like I want to see how that kind of works. So hopefully I'll get that soon. Now, as you can see, this is gorgeous on the eyes because it's enough pigment on the eyes without being like too much. Like I can use it as an inner corner highlight. I can highlight my lid. You don't have to use a brush like I just did on the lid, but I like to stamp it down first with the brush and then go over it with my finger. So pretty. It's so soft. It really is so soft, so pretty. And then if I feel like I need to, I'll go back in and deepen this color. Okay, darling, so you see this look. I'm gonna go throw on some liner, some lashes, and I'll be right back with my final thoughts. So my final thoughts, these are absolutely game changers. Maybe not the lip liner, although I really do love this lip liner. And I meant to tell you, there was something that was very similar that I do have of this one. It was the Pat McGrath Nude Venus. So let me just show you guys this really quick because I forgot all about this one. For whatever reason, I don't pick that one up as much. It is a little creamier where you can see this Lisa Eldridge is a little more stiff just based on the fact of, just based on how I, you know, swatch them with my hand. But you can see the tones are very similar. This one's just a little more pinky. But I have to say I actually do have something very similar, and that's the Pat McGrath Nude Venus. So if you like this finish, if you like Nude Venus, you will absolutely like the Lisa Eldridge one. It's just not as creamy, which is not a bad thing. It's still very nice. It's still very blurring. So yeah, I would say those are very similar. But anyways, specifically this here seamless skin enhancing tint is so lovely. I mean, I went from the morning, I do my makeup around 6 in the morning. I get home at about 7 o'clock at night. So we're talking almost, you know, longer than 12 hours actually. And it looked really good. Like it's the best my skin has looked throughout the day. Like oftentimes I'll have like this area here starting to peel, not peel, but it'll start to fade. Like I'll see where my nose is and where this, like the foundation ends at the end of the day. You know, things you can do to like powder down and fix it, but I haven't had to do that. I do powder with the Lisa Eldridge. I use my Dior Backstage, kind of buff it in the skin like so, in the necessary areas, maybe not all over my face. And once I set it, I don't have to set it again. I really don't. And that is huge because I have been on the market for a specific type of foundation for work that is very natural, like I stated. And that's why I haven't really purchased a lot of the foundations on another foundation. I really wanted a seamless skin enhancing tint. And so that is absolutely a must in my book. I will keep repurchasing it. It will definitely be a part of my regular routine of makeup, especially when I go to work. The Rare Beauty products, as you can see, are gorgeous. They really are. For the price point, you know, being about less than $30, I think it's amazing. Now I know they are less product per gram than some of the others, but let's be real. We never use all this makeup up. We never do. I mean, for me, the closest blush I've ever almost finished is the Fantasy de Chanel, because I do adore this so much. Look where I'm at, guys. Look at that. You see all that pan? Do you see all that pan? This has seen some better days, okay? You wouldn't even know this was Chanel if it didn't say it on the top of the packaging, right? But that's how much I love it. And I feel like with products, that's what you want. You want products that you're going to use up, right? Like there was a time in makeup where we would actually just use up our products and repurchase the same thing because we loved it so much, until this influx of like so much makeup from so many different brands came out, you know, it can be overwhelming. So I say that all to say this is something in the makeup space that is so beautiful, and it is more easily accessible for people who want that highlighting blush look that the Chanel blush is, specifically really truly that Fantasy de Chanel. So this is an illuminating blush powder. So this is the same idea as the Rare Beauties, but it was limited edition one. It's like double the price. So, you know, I think it is a perfect thing that she came out with. I don't have anything else in my collection like it, and I really truly love it. I really do. Like I said, cheer. I like to put it here. It is a highlighter for me, in my personal opinion. And happy, even though I did pair it with a blush, I could wear it on its own. But I feel like also I want to mention the benefits of this, because I haven't. It doesn't increase any texture. All of us have texture. That is just part of skin, okay? But it's not going to enhance it and give it this weird finish where you're seeing every single crevice and crease in a way that's very unflattering. It's a very flattering formula. It's silky, it's smooth to the touch, and it melts into the skin, literally melts. So I'm just going to finish this look off with my absolute favorite, Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Spray Eye Enhancing Makeup and Setting Spray. Enhancing Mist, actually. It just melts all the products in, and I have enjoyed this. I use this when I set my concealer. It's just my favorite. So Lisa has become a new favorite. I'm having too many favorites, guys. This is a problem for me and my wallet. So anyways, darlings, tell me what you think. Have you picked any of these things up? Have you been interested? I feel like the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Tint has been a little bit viral in the sense that a lot of people have been reviewing it, and it's got a lot of feedback, and I think it's well worth the hype, as will the Rare Beauty. This is a newer product, but there's a lot of hype going on, and I think rightfully so. It's a great product. I plan to repurchase, probably not all the colors, but my favorites, and when I get my Sephora products, I will definitely fill you guys in on that and that particular color, because I'm really excited for that one too. All right, darlings, I hope you have a great day, a wonderful week, and I will catch you in the next one.